Hello. Welcome to Painology. Press the little thing so we can see people's comments with Ken and Barbie. And we are so excited to be here today. We are actually going to show you things that we use to better my life living with chronic pain. And Ken actually has some chronic pain issues himself, but he is the amazing caregiver.
Nothing that's been diagnosed, and something that I have like medication and
right, yours is a back issue.
Yeah,
like pulled muscles, pulled nerves.
I'm always dealing with back issues, and it's probably due to a lot of my own fault from past injuries
that you didn't take care of.
I won't even go into
that.
Whereas
my diseases are like autoimmune,
mine's not that related to autoimmune.
Right.
So, anyways, carry on.
All right, carry on. So today we're going to show you tips and tools and actual items that we use in our daily living. We encourage you to, if you're on your Apple phone, to submit comments. If you have specific areas of your life that you are having troubles or challenges, that you would like some advice on how to save your energy pennies or cheat time. We're time cheaters as well.
That's right.
We can give you that advice. So like, what do I do in the car? Well, we're going to go over that. What do I do at the doctor's office? What do I do wherever it is that,
Well, and a lot of these things are because these are from our own experience. I mean, this is not like, hey, what if somebody
doctors
had chronic
don't have
pain?
time to teach
This is
you.
because she lived with chronic pain.
Yes.
And I watched her go from wheels to heels. But when she was still in the wheels stage of her life, that's when it was really important to figure out these tips and tricks that we're trying to talk about or share with you. Yes. So I don't know how do you want to share one with somebody now?
Yeah, and we're also going to go over some treatment options that are available as well. So what do I want to show you first? One of the things that I use
I just thought of one thing. Go ahead.
Okay, and I thought a stress ball. Mine's a smiley face stress ball. Yay! This doesn't just help with stress, but it can help you keep the strength in your hands, especially when you get dystonia. I can't squeeze it very hard. Like that's
Let me help.
See, Ken can like
I can use two fingers more than she can use.
More than I can with my whole hand because my hand's weak. But it does help me strengthen. But before this, I had this stuff called putty that my physical therapist gave me.
And this works really good. And it really
show them what. Yeah, they can see you squeezing it. It looks like this.
It's like silly putty, but it's not.
It's actually physical therapy putty.
It's putty. It's just putty.
And the physical therapist gave me that to use.
It's putty.
Probably back in 2005.
I don't know if I'd use it on.
Good.
I don't know if I'd use it on your old comic strips. Did you
no,
ever do that with
yes, I totally did that with yes.
We've never tried bouncing it around. We've tried to keep this one clean.
Yeah, so that's a good one. This one my dentist gave to me, but gave me the idea to do. This one goes around your hips and it aligns
and we
your
scoot
hips.
This back a little bit.
Okay. It aligns your hips so that it holds them in place and gives them stability and support. And then once you hook it around your hips like that, and then you hold it, and then you take this little side part, and
it's got a side on each, right?
Yep.
So, and that's the important thing that the dentist told us about. Whenever you buy one, make sure that it has something on each side to pull around yourself.
Okay, he's stronger than me.
Reattach
it.
Okay. So if you do it
to the area you need it,
instead of just one side that does it, he suggested they get one that has both sides.
Yes. So definitely love this. It's this brand happens to be Solera Biomechanics, made in the USA. We got it on Amazon.
Yeah, you just picked it up on Amazon. I think it was like $30 or maybe less.
Yes.
Right around there. So
yeah, people who just, we got a question.
Okay.
So people who have chronic pain, their doctors say exercise. And as a former athlete myself, I thought exercise meant like do a strenuous physical weight bearing exercise, but it doesn't. It just means be moving. So for instance, now my exercise is walking, but I have this
also. Well, on that, go ahead. I'll tell them later.
Okay, sorry. I just want to jump to this question real quick because sometimes we miss.
Well, and I'm going to answer another answer for the question. Same question. Okay. It's a great question.
So I have this balance board.
As seen on Shark Tank.
As seen on Shark Tank. I think it even says that on here. It's called Simply Fit board, and with this board, you put both your feet on the board on each side, and I would say if you have chronic pain or any kind of balance challenging problems, you don't just get on the board. You actually put a chair in front of you that's sturdy, or use the back of your couch, and you still twist with your butt and hips to get the exercise. So it gives you movement without putting pressure on your knees and your feet and all of that. And you won't fall with it.
You do be careful. Do hold on to something until you really get comfortable with this, because you can really it's a balance thing. But if you twist,
my back on
if you twist, go and try and twist too hard, you can tweak your back. So you certainly don't want to cause more issues. But also on the same question, when Barbie was in the wheels stage and she got a treatment that she rolled into the hospital and she walked out. My question to the doctor was yours. What kind of exercise and physical therapy now should she be doing now that she's, not bedbound? And he said, well, daily, just pick up more daily chores. Let daily chores or daily activity be your exercise. Right. So for instance, laundry, and maybe mopping or vacuuming the floor, or
build up to it. Don't just go and try to clean your whole house in one day.
No, but use that as exercise.
Use that as your exercise.
Also, I don't have mine on your Fitbit.
My Fitbit, I have mine on my ankle.
But you know what? If you have a smartphone, you can always put that in your pocket and walk. There's apps that will count all your steps. Yep. So you don't have to spend money on a Fitbit. These things are a little bit pricey, but they're worth it. However, they are a little bit pricey. So if you have a smartphone, just download an app that will count your steps. You just have to have the phone in your pocket or on yourself. So that being said,
but exercise when you're in chronic pain doesn't have to be strenuous physical weight-bearing exercise. It just has to be movement.
Right. And I found that with the Fitbit, I didn't realize how much exercise I didn't get. I thought, oh, I'm active. Yeah. And then, I started getting I put the Fitbit on, and I was like, wow, I'm really not active.
Yeah.
So
true.
Go ahead.
Another thing I do for exercise is I use the Dance It Out videos from Billy Blanks. Mostly I use the kid video because it's
high energy.
It's less weight. It's less
it's your own body weight.
Right, versus his adult version. So I like the kid version better. It's more my speed. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, yes,
it's more my speed for
that's why it's a high energy. It's you get into the adult version, you better be in shape or it'll get you in shape.
But this kids one is perfect for me. I still, even with the kids one, I still modify some of the movements because I can't do it or it physically hurts if I try.
I have 2 left feet, man. I look weird.
He does not even. He can dance. He always says, I can't dance. He totally can dance, y'all.
Y'all.
He totally can
You
dance.
said y'all.
Yeah. Is it good for lower back pain if you have fusions? Sorry, I just tuned in. For the Fitbit board.
And spinal cord stimulators. So I wouldn't be
if you have a spinal cord stimulator, talk to your doctor about any of this. We're not doctors, although we do train doctors.
Yeah, please.
Here's the thing. I would check with your doctor because, if you have a spinal cord stimulator, you don't want to move the leads in your back, and doing the Fit board might do that. So, just like overstretching will possibly move the leads. So you don't want to do anything like that. If it's just a back injury, now Ken has pull muscle or pull nerve in his back, and he still does the Fit board once in a while. So it just is at moderation and only to your level. Don't try to push past the level that you are just to accomplish something. Stay within your level so that you can continue moving, but talk to your doctor about it for sure.
Yeah, please. Yeah, don't. These are just things that we do, and we worked up to these. We didn't start off on these whatsoever. Now, let's step back. Let's go back to the bedbound day when you're having your biggest issues. And I'll tell you a couple of them. One is she was just always cold to the bone. She never could get warm. It was a blood regulation thing.
Vascular constriction.
Vascular constriction is just always cold. So a heating blanket is good. If you don't have a heating blanket, or if you only have one and it's in a different place and you can't move it, whatever, a towel. Put a towel in the dryer and slip it into bed with you, or bring it to the person that's in bed.
He would bring me mine.
Yeah, as your caregiver, you say, hey, can you warm a towel up for me? I'm freezing. And it worked out great. I mean, it would get her past, it would warm her up. She'd be able to fall back to sleep and remain that way until, later on, until she was able to,
sit up or go to the bathroom or whatever it was.
So it was
also,
it certainly got her past some issues or some hard times.
Another thing Ken did for me, I had trouble with how the blankets and the sheets felt against my skin. So Ken built a little thing at the bottom of the bed.
And you can just stack pillows. We had a big round body pillow.
Yeah, let me get it. I'll grab it.
And so and Barbie's short enough that I, could stick it at the end of the bed and she wouldn't, touch it. But what it did is it kept the weight of the blankets. It kept the weight of the blankets, the comforter.
It's our body pillow. It'll take up the whole screen.
But you can imagine that when the blankets are on this, the blankets are not touching on her feet. So you tent it up somehow, the blankets or the comforter. And also keep in mind, that keeps the two of you from, you don't have to have two comfort. We still had the one comforter. It didn't bother me. She didn't have to have her own. I didn't have to have my own. We're still under the same comfort. So that's helpful too. So the other thing is, there's so many things.
I know there's so many things. Okay.
Go ahead. You want to take one?
I wanted to do the alignment.
Oh,
this my insurance covered, and also Ken's. This is kind of called a Spinal Q alignment vest.
Do you want to put it on?
Sure. Okay, so you put it on, and you zip it up.
And it does have snaps on it. This particular one has snaps on it. These things are really great, man.
That's inside out, so I don't know if I'll be able to zip it.
Correct your posture, so you don't realize a lot of times how much you're leaning over.
Especially when you have chronic pain.
Or spinal cord stimulator. I could imagine these being good for spinal cord stimulator because it keeps you kind of stiff in an upright motion. So because these here.
I put on inside out.
You did, didn't you? Let's take that off. That's crazy.
I don't know.
You got it. I put it on you. I gave it to you inside out, so it's my fault.
You did.
So let's do this again real quick. Here.
Okay.
Let's do this again.
All right. Well, I'm putting this on. You can tell them about.
I was like, wait a minute. Something's wrong here.
Yeah.
This ain't so great after all. But no, again, this is like a $300 vest, and the insurance was happy to pay or pick that up.
To cover it. Helps with blood flow. It helps with your spinal cord. It helps with posture.
Keep in mind, this
helps
down
with
here,
balance and coordination.
The belt that we showed you earlier, it has one built in.
Yeah, it has a belt built in.
On each side, you can pull it and wrap it around you tight. That's nice.
And then also it does your upper traps in the back. You just pull these. I did?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Right here. This has another one right here that you can pull on and wrap it around. See, now you covered the spot.
I'm just touching myself.
So, but,
I can't find it.
But that pulls from here back here, and so it straightens your shoulder up. So again, it corrects your posture. And that's what it is. It's AlignMed. And that's the name of the company, AlignMed, that makes them, and they're a great company. You can find them on online.com, alignmed.com.
Right. Yes, and one of the next questions that came up was, were you comfortable with room temperature? My favorite room temperature is not
mine.
No, mine is 82. And so when Ken's gone to work or whatever, I have the house up at 82, and then when he comes home, we put it down to 78.
And that's for sleeping, because I sweat, I uncover, I cover up, I uncover, cover up, so I just like it cool.
But outside in
but
the
that's
heat,
not necessarily when I leave for the day, she turns the heat up to 82.
Yes,
and
outside I like it at 105.
I just like it nice and cool for sleeping, because I don't like being waking up 5 times a night because I'm sweating or something. Right. So here I've got a great one. This is something, it's very cheap and it's great. When Barbie was at her worst, we created a dark space. Okay, so blackout curtains. We have blackout curtains in our house.
The entire house has blackout curtains.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the day. It feels like
nighttime.
So it's great for us. However, if you don't have blackout curtains, or if you're traveling to a place that doesn't have blackout curtains, or it's really bright, this is something that I came across, and it's a funny story how I came across it. However, hefty.
These
are, and if you see, it says blackout. Okay, and they're very they're slick. They're the very slick. Some of them are like dry, kind of powdery looking. Don't get those because these cling to glass. They cling to window. Instant blackout.
Instant blackout curtains. It costs you the cost of a trash bag.
So you can just stick this in the
window.
window.
You have trouble with migraines or headaches, or just sometimes a lot of noise and light input can cause your nerves to just be like, this right here.
That caused my nerves to go.
Exactly.
Okay, so but anyways,
this right here can be a lifesaver.
And if you have troubles with it, like sticking,
spray a little water, or wipe a little water on the window.
Put a little water, just a little mist. If you have a spray bottle, if you're traveling, you don't want to try, spray a bottle. But yeah, if you just wet glass, it'll just cling right to the glass. It's wonderful and instant. It's instant.
Blackout.
It's just instant, and it's that
simple.
It's that cheap.
Yes. Okay. So also someone asked about massages.
And you can pick them up anywhere if you're out, whatever.
Yeah, massages.
Yes.
I did physical therapy for thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh my God, yes.
In physical therapy. But Ken came with me to physical therapy, and the physical therapist taught him how to do manual traction as well as massage therapy. And we're sitting on our massage table. We actually got a massage table as a tool to so that Ken could give me massages where I was able to be touched. There was parts of me I was like,
if you
don't touch me
if
there.
You have a neuro
disease,
a nerve condition. Massage can be well, and some people just can't even tolerate being touched. Some people can't even tolerate having clothes on. What does a shower feel like to you? A
shower for me feels like 1,000 needles. Like every drop is a needle stabbing me.
It feels like I put it as riding a motorcycle with no clothes on in the rain. at 60, let's say 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's painful.
That's what a shower feels like to her.
So what we do is we put a t-shirt or a light, like a bed sheet, not a blanket.
A bed sheet. It's just too big, like a jersey. Just to take. Don't put it on in the shower and get in the shower, but take it in the shower with you. Something that is not going to get real heavy. So not like a bath towel, but maybe a hand towel. And then put that on over your skin to let the water soak it, and it'll stick to you.
And you can still clean and wash.
It keeps that. It's like and now riding through the rain with a raincoat.
Yes.
So it's
a little protection for your nerves.
Your skin.
Right.
Yes.
So another thing that my insurance covered this.
I wanted to segue.
Yeah.
You were talking about traction.
Yes, traction.
Okay. This is something that I just stumbled across because I was having some severe neck issues. I mean, it was just really, I couldn't even twist like that without extreme pain. And it's like, I just need like traction. I just felt like somebody, and we were, couldn't get to a chiropractor. We're just too busy. We were traveling, going out of town, this, that. So what I did, and again, I come across this by accident, because actually I took a towel and wrapped it around a door, and I'm not suggesting this, and closed the door on it.
He tried to hang himself.
Yeah, it scared her. I was just, so this is a whole lot safer. They're neck pillows. You pick them up, but you see them all the time at the airport. And these have snaps on them. This has a snap on it. So again, this is not really traction, but if you put two of them on,
at the same time.
If you put two of them on at the same time, I know I look funny, okay, but wow,
you feel better. That's what matters.
It feels like a neck brace at this point, and it really does offer you some traction. Well, it pulls up on your head.
Yeah.
And you can imagine it. So cheap. Because if you get a neck brace, they're like $80 or plus, or $100, and your insurance may not even cover it.
Right.
They get quite expensive.
Yeah.
So that is a nice option.
Right. And those are like $10 each at the
it was like
airport.
two for $20.
2 for $20 at the airport.
I didn't buy them for that, but certainly they've come in helpful and handy for that purpose. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. So this is a TINS unit. This is by Rehabilicare.
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 And it has these little tabs, and you just take it, you peel it off of the plastic, and you stick it in the areas that you need. Now, I never put it directly on places that I was having trouble with I have RSD, full body, but I would put it on the other areas. It does not help with nerve pain, but it can make your nerves mad. But it was helping with the muscle contractions that the being tense from the pain was causing. So this is an external device, and it does help with relaxation and muscle, and something that I used multiple times in a day, especially before ketamine.
On the subject of muscles, and what somebody just stated in here that her entire body hurts, and
due to different diseases.
And definitely, but if it's muscle related or nerve related, they do make. We have and one of our sponsors gives us what is called Sorenamore, and you can rub it to muscles like Icy Hot, different brand. It works really well. However, it has capsaicin in it, and that is pepper oil, hot pepper oil, and it's meant to singe your surface nerve endings. Take it in. However, Barbie would never use that. Well, she did once, and she realized that never again. But they do have other stuff that is formulated for nerves, people that have nerve pain, that it feels like they're always on fire. If your skin feels like it's on fire, you don't want to put Icy Hot on it.
Yes.
So be careful. Look for capsaicin. If you're buying something for your muscles, capsaicin is the active ingredient that will set you on fire.
Yep. Okay, so we don't have much time left, but this right here, it's in the package still. This one's branded by Pain Foundation, International Pain Foundation, where we both
look. It's on my shirt.
Are on the board of directors. Me too. But this is not only a jar grip, which is good for our hands, right? But it also is a mini mouse pad. It's a lint brush. It's a coaster. It has so many different uses. It actually can help you if you have to carry your grocery bags and they're heavy and they're hurting. What you do is you just fold this around the handles of the grocery bags.
Well, just put it in your hand and then put the handles in there. Yeah.
And then carry it, and it doesn't dig the bags into your hands.
It'll cut into your skin.
Yeah. So, feels so much better. So this right here is like, you're like, oh, it's just a coaster or whatever you think it is.
And the last thing,
it's like 20 things.
We do have the last thing we have time for is books. So this is
self-help books.
This is the Pain Code. And this, you can see, this is our copy, written by Barbie. And we refer to this and refer people to it a lot because it's got some helpful tips on getting through the health system. So it's
how to talk to your doctor, how to
and this
check
was
for
like
a new
your
doctor.
first book. This
was my second book. My first one on chronic pain.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, RSD and me, and this is tips and tricks for coping with chronic pain diseases.
Help stop the burning.
Yes, and I have a whole section on things that you can do to help with having better daily living, with cleaning your house, transportation, shopping, cooking, laundry, meal planning, pet care, mail delivery, grocery delivery, social activities. So this is a great book for those types of things. And then
last, you have
okay. No.
This is her most recent book. It's
my ninth book.
It's out now. She just completed it. We're pretty proud of it, and we're starting to advertise it. So this is a little bit of a plug too. It's called From Wheels to Heels.
Yep.
And it gives you a kind of a journey from her beginning to really where she's at now, because this is a pretty brand new book. So it's up to current.
Up to date.
And there's so many tips and tricks and everything that you.
And it's a lot of my story and my background. And then one of the things I do for mindfulness is I use this mindfulness CD, and we also have some that we give away at some of our in-person events by John Kabat-Zinn, and Sounds True donated these for us to pass out to patients, so we give them out at our in-person events, and you can check all that out at internationalpain.org on our calendar.
Yes.
Boom shakalaka.
All right.
hopefully we covered a lot of things that gave you ideas and things that you can use around your house, from trash bags to squeezy balls
to neck pillows
to jar grips. We hope that you enjoy all these things. What is your website again?
internationalpain.org.
Yes, it's not on my, I don't think it's on my Zubia profile,
Okay.
but it is internationalpain.org. And my personal one is barbieingle.com, BARBY.
Yep.
INGLE.
barbieingle.com.
And we'll see you next time. Take care. Blessings,
Thanks for
love,
being with
and
us.
peace to you all.
And
We're so
blessings
cute.
and low pain days.
Slow and low pain days.
I came out wrong.
Okay, try
low
that
pain.
again. Redo.
Thanks for being with us and low pain days. Like, who's gonna edit? I'll talk to the
just
editor.
think that's a swipe.
That's the edit.
Swipe,
Okay.
edit.
Trim. Okay, very good.
Okay.
So thanks. Have a wonderful day, and glad you got to spend some time with us.
Yes.
Because we're happy we spent some time with you.
Yay! Take care.